Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to discuss with you regarding coronavirus, which has taken so many lives around the world. Everyone is concerned about this, that how long it is going to take, how it's going to be tackled, and what is going to be the final outcome. So basically, one thing is very certain from what we hear from the various sources, and it is that it is going to be there for a long, long time. Now, if it is going to remain there for a long, long time, that means we have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare ourselves to learn, to exist with it, to live with it. And that is one very important part. The initial part was when the disease came, when this virus came into the system. At that point of time, we needed to do the lockdown, to go in for isolation of the people who were infected, and there were not many of the things which are still going on. But at the same time, these things are having negative impact on different people in different ways. Now, my primary concern is about the children, the impact of this disease, this compulsory confinement within the homes, how it is going to affect the mindset of a child. That is one very important part that we need to really look into. Now, it's been around 45 days, 46 days since lockdown. Children are confined in the homes. They are getting the parental love and affection, but at the same time, we cannot keep them indoors. We cannot confine them within the four walls for a very long duration because it has psychological implications. They will have to come out. They will have to start going to the schools. Maybe after 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, 2 months, whatever. But they will have to come out ultimately and go out and attend the school, meet the friends and everything. Now, in that case, they will be exposed to the risk. Let us be very certain about it. The risk is going to remain because the virus is going to remain in the system. The risk of getting infected is very real and it is going to remain there for a very long time. Now, my advice to all the parents is that while they are at home, we need to start teaching them the preventive measures, how to prevent the disease, how to prevent the infection, how to keep away this virus. So we need to tell them all these things. And how we can do it? We have lots of time these days. Even the parents are at home, the kids are at home. So definitely we have this opportunity to teach them this thing. Now, there are small things which we need to teach. We need to inculcate this. We need to inculcate this thing in their system, in their mind permanently. Personal hygiene. Now, there are simple things which we need to teach them. First is we need to teach them to maintain distance. To maintain a distance of around 6 feet with others, with everyone. Because we need to tell them that you should have this in mind that every person can be carrying the infection, can be carrying the virus, can be the virus carrier. So we have to treat every person as asymptomatic person who may be infected with the virus. Now, we have to prevent the infection from passing on to us, to prevent this virus from coming in our system. And how we can do it? We have to maintain a distance of 6 feet. We at home can have practical sessions with the kids. We can enact the things. We can practice at home. We can tell them that how we can do it. So in our daily routines, by pointing out every day, every time they are doing something, to do it in a particular way, we'll be able to teach them how to maintain a distance, and slowly it'll become their habit. Similarly, we need to tell them that you need to wash your hands number of times. Now, why do they need to wash their hands number of times? This is one important thing which we need to tell them in order to make them understand the relevance of washing hands, why they are being asked to wash their hands. Basically, if we touch different surfaces, whenever we touch a doorknob, which we need to touch every time we open the door, every time we touch some surface, some book, some copy, any surface, it can be having the virus on it. So we need to wash our hands number of times so that when we touch our face, it may not pass into our system. The virus has certain things that is important to keep in mind, that when it comes on your hands, if you wash your hands with soap or sanitize them with a sanitizer, it goes off. But if you don't wash your hands, if you in the meanwhile touch your face, your nose or your eyes, it will go into your system. In order to prevent that, you need to wash your hands. number of times. So it will be very good preventive measure if you keep washing your hands number of times, so that at least that risk of getting infected is minimized. There are other things which as a parents we also overlook. I'll just give you an example. I went to a chemist shop because it is mandatory to wear the mask when you go out in the open, and I had finished my masks at home and I needed to buy more masks for myself and my family. I went to a chemist shop. I asked for around 50 masks from the chemist. He asked the attendant there to give me 50 masks. Now the attendant opened the packet. He counted 50 masks. He put it in a plastic bag and he gave it to me. I brought them back home. What I didn't do was, I didn't put those masks, I did not use those masks right away. I did not take out one mask from those masks and put it on my face. Why? Because I knew that it has been handled by two people, the chemist and the attendant who counted the masks and gave it to me. Now if their infection is in his hand, if the virus is on his hands, it will be on the masks also, because he handled those masks. So what I did was, I bought back those masks. I kept them out on a table and let them remain there for 2 days. I kept them and let them be there for 2 days, and after that I will use those masks. Because there is a particular period, till that time only the virus can survive on any surface. After that it goes off. There are number of things which we get at home. So what we can do is, we can have one particular table at home where we keep all those things. When we get those, we should not use those immediately. Let them remain there for 24 hours idly, or maybe more than that if possible. And when we are to use that, if it is possible to wash the external surface with soap, it is the best thing to do. Because more safety you apply, more safe you will be. We have to utilize this time to tell these things to our children also, involve them in these activities while we are doing all these things. Why we are doing it, we need to tell these things to our children also, so that they also understand the importance and relevance, and they learn to deal with the things accordingly. This time is very relevant, because it is not going to be like this. It's not going to be like this, just open the schools and schools open, the children start coming in. No, we have to prepare our children before they start coming to the schools. We have to make them practice the safety measures that they are supposed to take while they come to the school and while they go back, and how to maintain social distancing, how to keep their hands clean, how to keep themselves safe. We need to tell them all these things. Now, how the virus passes on to from one person to the other person, we need to tell them, because through that, by doing that, we will be able to tell them why we need to wear a mask. So there are numerous things that we need to tell our children, and at the same time, one thing is certain, that we need to make them aware about the risk. We need to tell them the seriousness, but without scaring them, without really making them afraid, scared. We don't want them to be scared. We need to tell them that yes, this is real, this is a real risk, and we need to tackle it this way. The risk is there. It is there. We need to safeguard ourselves, our health. We need to take care of ourselves. So in doing so, we need to do all these things. And because that will establish that how smart the children are. We need to tell them about the importance of having good diet, because that will build up immunity. Healthy, good diet is going to help the kids in a very big way, because that will build up the immunity. The resistance to fight the disease will be there. So we need to tell them that these things you need to eat. We need to tell them the importance of vitamin C. We need to tell them the importance of good vegetarian diet. We need to tell them the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So all these things we can do at home while they are with us. They're spending their time with us. There are so many people working on this. There are so many debates happening. There are so many meetings. There are so many intellectuals working. So I appreciate the work being done by so many people who are contributing hugely in this cause, and they are putting in their valuable inputs. But one thing is very important, that there are certain things which at the parents' end they need to look at. I have been noticing the debates that have been happening on the TV. Most of the debates are on the monetary issues. monetary issues, regarding specifically while I'm talking about the children, I'm talking about the schools. So while we are talking about the schools, we are talking about the monetary issues. The parents are emphasizing on the fee part and all that, all those things, which are, I find, important, but not as important as the welfare of our children. We need to discuss how we can make sure that the children remain safe in the school, how we can prepare ourselves and the schools to handle the children, how can we make safe school environment safe, how can we ensure that the time lost by the kids, the academic session is already on and it's been now 2 months since the lockdown, almost 2 months since the lockdown. So how can we cover up the gap? Because it's going to be a coordinated effort between the parents and the teachers and the schools. So definitely we need to, work out those issues, and those issues have a lot of importance. I think let us start doing it. Let us start discussing it without losing any further time. Let us start preparing our children to go out in the open environment, to go out in the schools and at the same time remain safe. Keep it in mind. 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, whenever the system opens up, the threat is going to be there. No one can tell you, no one can say that after 20 days the things are going to be different. No, my dear, it's not going to be different. It's going to be equally dangerous. Because there's absolutely no treatment for this as of now. It is going to take some time before the treatment really comes in. So it doesn't really make any difference. Today, tomorrow, day after, 15 days, 20 days, it's not going to make any difference. Whenever they come out, whenever they go to the school, the risk is going to be there. And the only thing that is going to save them from getting infected or getting this virus is by making them practice the safeguards, making them know how to safeguard their health and how to take care of themselves. These things are very important. So I emphasize on this, that all the parents at home, while you have time, you should spend time with the children, tell them how to do all these things, how to do the social distancing, how to maintain a distance with others, how to wear a mask, why is it important to wear the mask, why is it important to wash your hands, and make them practice at home so that it becomes their habit, because this will help them in a big way. So my request to all of you, please start doing it from right now, so that when our children go out in the open, they remain safe and healthy. Thank you very much. God bless you.